All right, I got respirator marks. I was wearing my respirator now. I got marks around my face where my respirator was. Yeah. So anyway, I worked on that intake and got her all painted up tonight, welded up. So it's all welded up and everything. And so later on, if I want to go fuel injection, I can put the nozzles in each one of these straight down, eject it right into the port. And this would be your throttle body here. So, but right now I'll go with carburetor, and then if I want, I'll pull the intake back off, and then I'll weld bungs in here. Then I can put fuel injection on this thing if I want to go that far out on it. So yeah. So anyway, that's gas tank sealer that's in there. I just put some of that in there. I didn't know if I should or not. Maybe I shouldn't have, but it resists gas and stuff. So it's just drying, kind of smears around in different colors or whatever. But well, here, I wonder if I got a flashlight here. And I can really see it. Yeah, you see the ports there. I wonder. And I see it swirled there a little bit, But yeah, so overall it looks okay. I didn't grind none of my welds down, you know. Somebody wants to make fun of it, I'll just say, well, have fun, I guess. So I should have probably ground like that weld down right there, and stuff. But it's a homemade intake manifold, and it's designed for the eagle heads too. Because if you wanna see the difference between port sizes here, let me show them to you. This is the port size on the eagle head compared to a standard 5.7 non-eagle motor. Okay, so these are 5.7 non-eagle heads that are bolted on a 6.4 block just so I can make my intake. Because the bolt pattern is the same, but the port sizes are different. So if I look at this port size, it's, what's that, 1.5 by, what, 1 3/4? Do I got that right? Yeah, 1 3/4 by 1.5. Now I go to an eagle motor. Now this is the eagle heads here. We got 2 inches by 2 inches about. So that's quite a difference. You can see the size of the ports. So we got 2 inch by 2 inch there. Ports. And then over here again we got what did I say? What was it? 1 3/4 by maybe 1 9/16 or so. Yeah. So that's and the other ones are 2 inch by 2 inch. So that kind of like blows this guy away here. Jeez, what a difference. But anyway, yeah. So that's my 6.4 block that needs line boring. So I just used it to dummy up the intake so I could build the intake and stuff. So yeah, so I got the cars ready to go for the intake. I just I'm gonna tape those ports up for now. It might take a day or two for that intake to dry thoroughly. And then today I got my chrome overflow tank I'll mount here. So this is just a really quick video of what's going on here. But I think the intake turned out okay. I checked it for warpage, and it's just I can't even say that there's warpage. That's how close it is. Just right, just what I mean, maybe 2 thousandths, maybe. Because I went this time and I went with 3/8 inch plate for the runners. So yeah, so there's my intake, and it should work, you know. And later on for fuel injection, it'll work beautiful for fuel injection. So yeah, so anyway, but now we just gotta let her sit. It's gonna probably take a couple days to dry up good and heavy, you know. I see I got a spot over there I didn't get. I should probably hit that quick before it dries too much. I'll probably do that quick. So yeah, so anyway, so there it is. Looks okay, you know. Up that one spot. It's right there along the shadow line there by the pipe to the right of it. You know. Inside has to dry. Yeah, I taped up. Well, I put this rubber deal when I did my perk test on it. I flipped it upside down. I filled it with water, and yeah, I did have a couple spots that leaked. And so I thought, what if I use gas tank sealer in it? Now, was that right? Probably not. Probably a big no. I don't know. Doesn't say anything, you know, that it's just flammable now, but they said it's not flammable once it dries, so non-flammable then. So then I thought, I'll just line the whole thing with that, and nothing else, it'll slowly just burn away, It ain't gonna hurt the motor none if it goes through it, but so we'll just see, if the motor goes to hell, well, intake will be broken, and it'll go on to 6.4 later, you know. So boy, I got a mess again, and waiting for. I'm slowly getting all my parts from my. This is all my heater core right here. That hose there, that's just a ventilation hose, so vent the gases off that. But so I'm waiting for stuff to come here. My heater core now. I just need my heater core, and then I can put this together, and we're gonna do a video on putting the heater box back in the car. And yeah, it'll be set up for AC, but I won't be running AC. But the heater box will be all set up for it. So, oh, I got this place misplaced right now. Well, I'm not gonna mess around with anything. I'm just gonna let this sit and hibernate now. But I should squirt that paint on there quick before it dries up. I'll just hit that spot quick, and then I can set the security system and head in. Oh, I actually got to tape up those ports. But yeah, but look how huge those ports are. Just phenomenal. It's crazy. So the intake will breathe, but if I'd poured it out to that size, it would really breathe nice. And later on I can pull it off, and I can next winter or something, if I put the 6.4 in here, then before I put it on 6.4, I'll pour it out, and I'll sit there and I'll play with it. It's built now, so you know at that time maybe I'll soak it in acid and clean it totally out again, and or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Be cool to have it chrome plated or something, but I'd have to do all kinds of work to it. But anyway, so there's the intake. So that's finished, but we'll do one more video on putting it on, and then I don't have a carburetor yet. I gotta wait for that too. So, but yeah, we'll do a video on installing it, and then that'll be it, I guess. Was gonna weld a throttle cable mount on the back. Well, let's see. That's the front. This is the back. But yeah, weld a throttle cable mount on the back of the intake, and then spring mount here. But Yeah, you can do that on the carburetor. They can be mounted on there, so that's what I figure I'll do. But yeah, but anyway, please like and subscribe, guys. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers by spring if I possibly can. And this is the 5.7 Eagle Hemi intake. It'll also fit on a 6.4 and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Take care.